Lake County Clerk of Court's office confirmed today the probable cause against Yatziel Encarnacion has been sealed. The 19-year-old West Bend man was arrested in connection to a deadly Fond du Lac hit and run on New Year's Eve. As we previously reported, a vehicle went into the ditch last weekend in the township of Auburn and 4 people were ejected. The 19-year-old Hartford woman was one of the victims of that crash. She was then dragged 3 miles from the crash site by another vehicle. Officials believe the people in the 2 vehicles knew each other and were traveling together. They also believe alcohol was a factor in the initial crash. 4 other people were injured in that crash. A judge